What's up with it? You watching the Bay Bomber TV. And yeah, we about to check out this video from the YouTube channel Fame Shockers. And the title is Judge Busted for Lying a Young Thug in Court. You won't believe what happened. Man, I ain't gonna lie, this case been a mess, man, for real. They gonna recess for everything. Straight prolonged, man. The case so prolonged, you barely know what be going on when it's going on. You know what I'm saying? But shit, let's check out the video.
This just in for Young Thug racketeering case. We have got a decision by a judge outside of that of Judge Glanville that he is now recused. What that basically means is Judge Glanville is no longer the judge in the Young Thug RICO case for any of the defendants. It will go back to the court clerk to reassign this case.
And you haven't answered my question yet.
I'm not.
How did you?
That question.
You're not?
No, I will not answer that question.
Why will you not answer that question?
Because I want to make sure that what I say is accurate, and I'm not trying to.
No. I'm asking you, how did you get this information?
I'm not telling the court. What I'm saying is based upon information.
Okay, well listen, if you don't tell me how you got this information, then you and I are going to have some problems.
We can have it. I have problems right now.
Young Thug's trial has exploded into one of the most sensational cases in rap history. It's not just the grave charges he's up against, it's the jaw-dropping courtroom drama that's stealing all the headlines.
Man.
The tension in the YSL racketeering trial continued today with the lead defense attorney comparing the Fulton County courtroom to Russia.
Now we're getting to the latest in the trial of rapper Young Thug. The 31-year-old is appearing in court today where a judge will decide if his own rap lyrics can actually be used in a RICO case against him. Thug, whose real name is Jeffrey Williams, is up against two charges: conspiracy to violate the RICO Act and also participation in criminal street gang activity. He faces life in prison.
From jaw-dropping accusations to fierce legal clashes, this trial has been a whirlwind of outrageous moments.
We've had yet another instance of alleged contraband being introduced to our space, and as a result of that and a subsequent investigation, one of our inmates unfortunately had to go to Grady Hospital. The other thing I would just invite counsel to talk with their clients about, I know I've mentioned this 3 times now, what is considered to be acceptable behavior. This is the 3rd time that we've had contraband introduced into this in this space.
Here's what happened. We got this video from court. Take a look at the part we highlighted here. Do you see this? Right there. According to court motions, Young Thug's...
Man, I ain't gonna lie, that was some straight setup shit, man. That couldn't have been like planned, you know what I'm saying? I don't think Thug asked for that, nigga. For real, it's some weird shit going on with this shit. That was a setup.
Fellow defendant Khalif Adams passed Percocet to Young Thug under the guise of a handshake right in front of the entire courtroom. Adams is serving a life sentence for... Now, right after what you see there in that video, court documents say that law enforcement immediately moved in to search Adams, who resisted. But once they searched him, the documents say they found more contraband, including Percocet and tobacco, all wrapped in plastic, and food seasonings to mask the smell. The court documents go on to say officers thought Adams swallowed even more contraband, so they rushed him to Grady Hospital. They say court had to be delayed for the rest of the day.
I ain't gonna lie, if that was Thug telling him to give him that shit in there, nigga, that nigga was stupid. And that mean niggas really on drugs, but I don't know though, man. That shit just seemed suspicious.
Cordarius Dorsey, also known as YSL Polo, was making some unusual hand gestures in court. On Friday, Young Thug's attorney filed a motion to sever from Dorsey, claiming his behavior could negatively impact Young Thug's chance for a fair trial. Well, the motion reads that Mr. Dorsey displayed unprofessional and unacceptable conduct in the courtroom.
At the center of this whirlwind is Young Thug's attorney, Brian Steele, who's in the spotlight for more than just his courtroom strategies. Let's dive into some of the most shocking moments of this high-profile drama.
Every time Mr. Copeland comes in the courtroom or out of court, he's escorted by a DA's office investigator. You see that? This court is observant. You're not just sitting there in a cloud. You see exactly what's going on. You hear the prosecutor tell you, we were in a room with Mr. Copeland and he said, why? Why do I have to bring it up? You should be bringing it up. This is crazy. This is like communist Russia.
Man.
Mr. Williams is having the worst trial.
The trial
I ain't gonna lie, I think they like prolonging damn near to drain that money, you know what I'm saying? So then shit, once they drain that money, that nigga ain't gonna be able to afford them good ass lawyers, you know what I'm saying? Right now we can see that nigga lawyer on point, you know what I'm saying? So shit, they drain that money, nigga, you know them lawyers ain't always loyal. But I ain't gonna lie, his lawyer do seem like he'll probably still, like, you know what I'm saying, fight for that nigga and shit. Probably for his ego, you know what I'm saying? Because you know the shit shady too. But yeah, man, that's a shady gang.
Has been riddled with issues and dragged on for over a year with no end in sight. The latest twist? Brian Steele's actions and his contempt ruling are causing more drama than ever. This high-profile case, which kicked off with jury selection in January 2023, involves charges against Young Thug, whose real name is Jeffrey Williams, for violations of Georgia's anti-racketeering laws, gang-related activities, and multiple offenses. In a shocking turn, Thug's attorney, Brian Steele, has been held in contempt of court and sentenced to spend the next 10 weekends in jail. This bombshell decision came from Fulton County Superior Court Chief Judge Euro Glenville after Steele refused to reveal how he learned about a secret meeting between the judge, prosecutors, and a crucial witness.
How did you find out about any of that?
Well, I'm disturbed too. And the reason
I'm asking you a question.
And
how did you find out about it?
I'm going to ask you the question.
Okay.
This court handed Mr. Copeland.
Tell me how you got the information.
Listen, whatever you want to do.
Tell me how you got the information, then we can go ahead and go forward.
I'm not going to say that, but I
ain't gonna lie. Why would you tell him to tell you where he got the sources from in front of everybody? You know what I'm saying? That's like stupid right there. You know what I'm saying? That judge was like full of shit for real.
What I'm saying is this. I was told, and I hope this concerns the court.
It concerns me that you have proprietary information.
Why is it
or
proprietary?
Information that you should not be having that was ex parte.
Why?
With a party.
Why?
State of Georgia.
How about the witness? How about Mr. Copeland, who supposedly announced he's not testifying and he'll sit for 2 years, and then supposedly this honorable court,
okay.
Or excuse me, let me rephrase that. This court supposedly said, I can hold you until the end of this trial. Ms. Hilton supposedly said, actually, all of the defendants and then all 26 people are disposed of. If that's true, what this is coercion, witness intimidation, ex parte communications that we have a constitutional right to be present for. So I understand that you're upset towards me, but I don't know what I did.
Mr. Steele, I still want to know, how did you come upon this information? Who told you?
What I want to know is, why wasn't I there?
Why, sir, I'm going to hold you in contempt if you don't tell me who tell me who this information was coming from.
I don't want to be held in contempt. Well, I'm not answering that question. That's attorney-client privilege information. I am not
attorney-client privilege. Unless you were in my chambers, that's the only way you can figure out. I tell you what, I'm going to give you 5 minutes. If you don't tell me, if you don't tell me who it is, I'm going to put you in. I'm going.
I ain't gonna lie, that judge trying to be a bully, but man, that nigga Thug lawyer a boy though, man, for real. It's just that the fucking judge, he like the judge on some bullshit, for real though. I think the lawyer down there get Thug off if he had like a fair shot, like at a real trial. But it's like some bullshit with this trial, for real.
I'm gonna put you in contempt because that is not attorney-client privilege.
Attorney work product privilege. I am not.
How did you get that information supposedly from my chambers? Did somebody tell you?
I'm not. You should have told me. You got 5 minutes. Well, you know,
he ain't like that.
This is what I was told. Mr. Copeland made statements that he admitted to killing Donovan Thomas and was. Don't take my notes. No.
Took the nigga notes. God.
Steele fired back with a motion to.
I ain't gonna lie, nigga. I think the judge down there should go down. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna sentence that nigga though? You know what I'm saying? He got the lawyer going to jail for the weekends and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, that nigga was weird.
Moved Judge Glenville from the case and demanded a mistrial, blasting the judge's impartiality and the trial's fairness. In an unprecedented move, Steele even requested to be placed in the same cell as Young Thug, essentially setting himself up for 10 weekend sleepovers with his client. It's nearly impossible to find another lawyer who's pulled something even remotely similar, and you can bet Young Thug is relieved he hired Steele. Steele accused Judge Glenville of engaging in an improper ex parte with the prosecution and a key witness, hinting at serious allegations of coercion and witness intimidation. His refusal to disclose his source led to his contempt charge and a weekend jail sentence. The courtroom showdown between Steele and Glenville was nothing short of explosive, with legal experts and fans questioning the judge's apparent bias and the legality of Steele's actions.
Facts.
In his dramatic 3-hour opening statement, Steele laid out Young Thug's troubled past and fiercely contested each of the 36 overt acts in the indictment. He argued that Thug's social media posts, lyrics, and other alleged gang-related activities were artistic expressions, not criminal behavior. Steele challenged the prosecution's evidence, focusing on the credibility of the witnesses and the legitimacy of using social media posts and lyrics as evidence of criminal activity. In court, Steele delivered heart-wrenching appeals for Young Thug, spotlighting his harsh upbringing and personal. These emotional pleas aimed to humanize Thug and portray him as more than just a high-profile defendant. Throughout the trial, Steele drew massive media attention and public scrutiny, frequently addressing the press to stress Thug's innocence and slammed the prosecution's tactics. His media maneuvering was a calculated effort to sway public opinion and rally support for his client. Kenneth Copeland, aka Lil Woody, is a pivotal witness in the YSL trial. As a convicted felon with deep ties to the YSL gang, Copeland's testimony has stirred controversy. His evidence has been marked by basic responses and troubling allegations of memory issues.
Wait, are you gonna let me ask you some questions?
Okay.
How old are you?
Grown.
Okay, what does grown mean?
I'm an adult.
Okay. And when you say you're an adult, what number in years are you?
I plead the fifth.
Copeland was hesitant to testify and voiced numerous complaints from the stand.
I ain't gonna lie though, I'm like that though. Like shit, I be forgetting my age. I ain't gonna lie to you. Shit, I be fucking up. My girl be like, nigga, that ain't your age. Be like, well, for real? Oh shit. Hey.
In October 2021, he was arrested in Fulton County for having a in his car. With a criminal record and various related charges, Copeland had already been a controversial figure. After his arrest, he gave police details about past and future crimes and expressed a willingness to help extract a confession from Young Thug. This made his testimony crucial for the prosecution. However, Copeland's court performance was marred by evasive answers, memory issues, and a general lack of cooperation. His credibility was fiercely challenged by the defense. Steele accused the prosecution of pressuring Copeland to testify by threatening him with extended jail time until the RICO trial's conclusion. This claim fueled further controversy, leading to accusations of witness intimidation and unethical conduct by the prosecution.
And when you were younger, did you go to school?
Yes.
Where did you attend school?
I don't know. I went to a lot of different schools.
Okay, where are all the schools you went to?
I don't recall all of them.
Oh, just tell me something.
I only know one. Slater.
Slater? Is that elementary school or middle?
Elementary.
Damn.
Why you don't remember what middle school you went to? Did you go to middle school?
I think I did.
How long did you go to? Did you finish middle school?
No. Overruled.
God.
Yeah, I think.
Okay. Did you go to high school at all?
Yeah.
All right. Please look at those pictures.
Do I have to look at them?
Yes.
I ain't gonna lie, this nigga whole situation just cringy than a motherfucker. That shit make your stomach hurt looking at that nigga. Man.
I'm gonna start first with Stacey did a 350 Yankee. Tell me if you recognize individual Stacey did a 350 Yankee.
I recognize myself.
Okay. Do you recognize anybody else in 350 Yankee?
Myself.
Do you recognize anyone else in 350 Yankee?
Their face is covered up.
Okay. Do you see someone's face who's not covered up in 350 Yankee?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you recognize who that person is?
I can hardly tell.
Okay. Is that Shannon Jackson? Your Honor, at this point in time, I'm turning to impeachment. Do you know someone by the name of Demikion Garlington?
Discreet name.
Little D.
For sure.
How do you know Little D?
I didn't birth.
Sorry, say that again.
I almost birthed him.
You almost birthed him?
Yeah.
Tell the jury, what do you mean by that?
Man.
I mean, he my son.
Okay. And let me ask you this. Do you know another person who's referenced as Little D?
What you mean?
Do you know someone who's called Little D from Cleveland?
Oh, I heard of him.
You heard of him. Okay, we'll talk about him.
The trial has featured gripping testimonies and
I ain't gonna lie with that nigga shit, man. He got so many interrogation tapes just like from years ago and just like talking to the police, man. Like even him denying the picture, they down there had the video of the nigga talking about whoever they asking about for real. That nigga been running that mouth for years and years.
explosive evidence about Young Thug's alleged gang ties, including claims that he leads the notorious YSL Street Gang. The prosecution showcased social media posts, song lyrics, and other activities to bolster their accusations. The jury selection alone stretched nearly 10 months, causing major delays and sparking frustration among everyone involved. Brian Steele's defense strategy took on the prosecution's case by dissecting their evidence, offering context for social media posts, lyrics, and other allegedly gang-related activities. Steele championed Young Thug's right to artistic expression, providing detailed explanations for the rapper's actions.
Man, I ain't gonna lie, that's probably a good thing for Thug. They got the judge off of that stand, man, cause that, I ain't gonna lie, you was prolonging shit. You know what I'm saying? A fucking fly come in there. Oh, it's a fly in here. 15-minute recess. You know what I'm saying? Nigga always hella recesses and all that shit. That shit was just a shit show. Then I think they was like fucking pitting people in there to go fuck up the shit too. You know what I'm saying? Stupid ass jewelry and shit, man. That shit just was dumb, man. But yeah, man, shit, hopefully he can get a fair trial now, man. You know what I'm saying? And then his lawyer actually hella good, though. You know what I'm saying? You can tell his lawyer rhyme with him, but it do seem like they trying to drain that nigga money and shit. And then hope that his lawyer jump off of that shit. Because that shit do happen too, you know what I'm saying? Once a nigga get broke, then the nigga ain't got no money for the lawyer and shit, you know what I'm saying? Shit, nigga, the lawyer gone. But it seemed like that nigga lawyer a real motherfucker. I think he probably really would fight that shit even if Young Thug funds was funny, you know what I'm saying? But shit, let me know what y'all think though, man. Let me know in the comments. Like, share, subscribe to the Big Bomber TV. Until next time, peace.